Hey, what's going on? So, in this quick video, I'm just going to kind of show how you use the UTM parameters, kind of with the new spreadsheet that we created. So, here's the spreadsheet itself. Right now, it's called Media Reference and Naming Convention. Basically, there's two portions of or I guess two worksheet tabs that you'll need to be concerned about. The first one is the main media reference, and then the next section will be the UID, or the unique ID, for each of the whatchamacallit, each link that you create. So first off, like pretty much everything we have, there's still a little bit more I need to get put in here, but most of the stuff that we have has been placed in as a with in this section called the main media reference, and it should have a media ID. So now this is just images. We got to get the emails put in here as well as some of the videos. So like basically, like these ones should show you, and one thing you can see up here on top is it tells you not to sort, and that is because like everything we put in is done through formulas. So we can have a separate section if we need to sort it later, but this is actually just to enter the data in, and give each type of media a specific media ID. Okay, so like all these are what have been inputted so far. So like if you wanted to go check out the Army book, you could go to the path to the actual JPEG, and it gives you all the details, but you can actually pull it up like that and see like which image that it's using, and then you could download and use that image. So that's one way you could go about. Like obviously you'd have to go through each one and see which dimension you wanted and all that. An easier way probably would be just to go to your into Zoho, and under the Buendia, go to documents, and then I'll probably rename this folder later to like images instead of Focky, but right now it's called Focky. So if you go to like the files here, let's say you wanted Rebound ebook, okay, and then so you wanted like images for the launch. So like there's going to be a bunch of images that we have here now, and then you can click on them and see what they look like, or you should be able to use the thumbnails, but this will give you an easier way to go through, and then you could see like, okay, this one is M19, right? So then you'll be able to reference that M19, right? So if we go back here and we look up M19, that's for the rebound. As we could see the dimensions, all that, and then you could actually go and use this media reference. Okay, so that's kind of how you need to go about, like getting your images and all that. And so the thing behind this is like every image that we start using, like moving forward, we're gonna have to put it into this spreadsheet, and give it a media ID to reference. Okay, once we've done that, that's just the media. So what we need to do after that is for each campaign that we run, we need to create like the UTM, which is done through the unique ID section. Okay, so right now it's blank, but let's just go and let's pretend that we are going to use media ID 18. So we looked at the one we just saw here. We like it, and we plan to use it. Okay, so here we know it's the rebound. So first off, we'll put media ID 18. Okay. And then the product is going to be Rebound ebook. Okay. And then we'll just say for this image, we'll just say for now we're going to use it for Facebook, right? So, and then from Facebook, we have the choice, okay, do we want to use this? Is this just going to be a regular social media post, or is this actually being used for advertising? And then we also have email marketing and remarketing. So here it's going to be a social media post. So if, for instance, this was going to be used in email, we would actually use ConvertKit, and we would have to switch that to obviously it's not social media, it's email marketing. Okay, so obviously, like if you did for instance, we did Facebook like we were using, social media or email marketing wouldn't make sense for that, right? So you would just make sure it's always chosen like the medium matches like the obvious options you have for that campaign source. So here, like, this is going to give us like what kind of discount we have. So it's always just going to be the amount, which is always usually with us a percentage, and then the word off. So if there's no discount, you're going to put 0 off. So like with this one, I believe 35% pre-sale. So we would put 35 off here. Okay. As soon as you do that, you're going to get basically like the URL. This is basically like the URL that you would need to use to reference. Now, here I'm just going to show inside Notepad. I just copied it and pasted it. This is what the full URL looks like, which is pretty long. Obviously, when we're using links and like Facebook and especially like Twitter, where we have a limited number of characters, we don't want to use that. It's better to always just use like a URL shortener. So as soon as you get done creating this, we have a feature that allows us to create a URL shortener. And all you need to basically do is highlight the the URL you want to actually shorten. So here I'm selecting F3 here, and then I'm going to say shorten and go, and then it's going to run the script. And as you can see, now we have this new URL, which is obviously a lot shorter than what this one is. But now we can use this, and we can go ahead and test it and see that when I actually use this URL, that it's going to redirect to the long one. And here's the long one that we used, and it's pointing to the Rebound, and it puts in all the details for the the UTM parameters. So we can see the UTM source, UTM meeting, medium, all that good stuff. It like basically puts everything in, and then this is what we can start using within analytics, so we can start tracking like sales and which images are doing the best and all that good stuff. So I think that's kind of a breakout between like what we need to do now. Like we will need to use like eventually this media will also have emails and all that kind of stuff. So anytime we start using emails moving forward, we'll need to make sure this is added. So we'll need to kind of go through that later on. But this should give you at least an idea of kind of how we can use it, and hopefully we can at least just start getting it used for the images. So that way we can kind of get the process started, even though it might not be perfect yet. All right, well, if you got any questions, just let me know. All right, thanks.